Hello everyone, welcome to devopsstack channel. In the previous video, I have covered Terraform providers. If you haven't seen my previous video, you can go through my website devopsstack.in or else you can find them on devopsstack YouTube playlist. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it first. So it gives me more encouragement to produce more videos. In this video, I will cover Terraform resources. Terraform resources are the most important part of the Terraform configuration file. Why? Because if you are not specified any Terraform resources in your configuration file, you can't do anything. Whatever you want to create or delete or update the infrastructure through Terraform, you have to be defined in the resources block. Then only you can create your infrastructure. The Terraform resources may be low level components like servers, virtual machines, containers, etc. Or it may be higher level components like email providers, DNS records, or databases. So if you are not specified the resources blocked in the configuration file, you can't do anything. That's why the Terraform resources are the most important component in your infrastructure file. Each resource belongs to a provider and the type of the resource is suffixed with the provider name. You can find the below syntax how to define the resource in Terraform configuration file. You have to define the resource provider name underscore resource type, and you have to define the local name. By using this local name, you can refer the resource in the configuration file anywhere. Let me take one simple configuration file how to define the resource block in the Terraform configuration file. If you want to define the resource block, firstly you have to define the provider. So here I have provided the provider as AWS. If you observe the resource block, AWS as the provider name underscore instance equal the resource type, and I have given the local name as web. Here there is a note: the combination of resource type and resource name must be unique, otherwise Terraform will return error. So if you observe the below configuration file, I just want to create two AWS EC2 instances. So for that I have defined the two resource blocks with the local name called web1. For the both resources I have defined the local name as web1. So but the Terraform will not accept the same local names. So if you run the Terraform validate command, it will give you the error called duplicate resource. For that you have to define the different names for the resources. Whatever I have shown in the example, those are comes under the resource specific parameters like AMI, instance type. All of these comes under the resource specific parameters. Not only these, you can define meta parameters as well as provisioners inside the resource block. I'm not going to cover these meta parameters and provisioners in this video. I will cover these topics in depth in the future videos. This is the syntax to define the all the parameters in the resource block. So if you observe here, resource type and the local name. Under the configuration section you can define the resource specific parameters. Coming to the meta parameters, count depends on life cycle, providers, these are comes under the meta parameters. Provisioners will be like file, local exec, remote exec, those are comes under the provisioners. I will explain you these clearly in the future videos, don't worry about. Here I just want to say one thing, so please follow the Terraform documentation. Whatever I have covered till now, so from the Terraform documentation only I have referred. Okay, so if you want to get more knowledge on Terraform, you have to go to the Terraform official website. You can find all the details about the Terraform. So these are the links I will provide in the YouTube description part. Okay, let's get started our practicals. Before starting creation of the resource, you have to create AWS user. So why? Because if you want to interact with the AWS, you have to provide the access key and secret key. In the providers video I have shown you, right? So for that you have to create the access key and secret key. So let me go to AWS management console. I have chosen identity and access management service. Here just click on the users, click on the user. I'm just going to create the user called Terraform. Here I'm not going to create access type called AWS management console, so I'm just giving the programmatic access, so I don't need AWS management console access. Once you create the user, you have to attach some policies to the user. So here I just adding the AWS managed policies. So here I am choosing the administrator access. Once you create the user, you will get the access key ID and secret access key. So you have to download that CSV file. This CSV file will be available only one time. So if you don't download this CSV file this time, you won't get next time. After downloading the CSV file, let me go to the Visual Studio Editor and let me create folder called resource underscore example. Here I am creating the EC2 underscore instance .tf file. If you want to create the Terraform resource, you have to follow the Terraform documentation, right? So let me go to the Google and type Terraform AWS Provider. So why? Because we are going to create the AWS infrastructure, right? So let me choose AWS Provider. Here these all are AWS services. So let me choose EC2 service. Here I am just going to create the EC2 instance, right? So let me choose the resource. You can find the AWS underscore instance. Just click on it. So once you click the AWS underscore instance, so there is a example, right? In the example, you will see how to define the AWS instance resource. Okay. So let me go to Visual Studio Editor. So if you want to define the resource, we have to mention the provider, right? So let me write the provider script. Provider AWS. You have to define the region. Region equal to, I'm going to create the instance under US East 1. Okay. Let me define access key and secret key here. So we already downloaded access key and secret key, right? So we will provide those access key and secret key. Copy the access key ID and paste it in your provider section. Likewise, you will copy that secret key as well. Paste it in provider session. So save your EC2 instance.tf file. After defining the access key and secret key, you have to run terraform init command. So what terraform init will do is it will download the required AWS provider. Okay, Terraform has been successfully initialized. If you observe here, there is a folder created .terraform. If you click on that, you will find that AWS provider. Okay, let me try to create the resource. You have to go to the Terraform documentation for that. Let me copy that resource block and I'm pasting it in the configuration file. If you observe the documentation, here you can find the argument reference block. Here you can find two types of parameters. One is required parameters and optional parameters. If you observe the documentation, you will find two required parameters like AMI and instance type. Let me define them in the resource block. Here, if you want to get AMI details, you need to go to the AWS Management Console and select the EC2 service. Click on the EC2 service and click on the launch instance button. You can choose the AMI whatever you want. So here I am choosing the AMI Linux to AMI which is provided by the Amazon. Let me copy the AMI details under the resource block. After defining the all the parameters, you have to run Terraform format. So what Terraform format will do is it will format your code. So if you observe here, it has maintained the proper syntax, right? After run Terraform format, you have to validate your Terraform code. So if you run Terraform validate, what it's showing is, so I have missed one S under the access key. If you observe there, I have missed one access key. The Terraform validate will give you the exact error what you done. So let me add yes under access key. Now I can try Terraform validate. So it will give you the success message. So I didn't saved. I have saved. Let me run again. See, you have got the success. Now it's time to run the Terraform plan command. What Terraform plan will do is, so it will give you the exact plan. So what you are going to create, it will display. So if you observe here, so it will clearly show you what you are going to create. It's going to create t2.micro with provided AMI, right? Once you observe the remaining parameters, it will know after applying the Terraform command. Now let me try to run the Terraform apply command. The Terraform apply going to create the EC2 instance. See, you have to give the value as yes. So once you provide the yes, so it's going to create your EC2 instance. It's creating now. Once the Terraform apply is completed, if you observe, terraform.tf state file is created. So once you click on the terraform.tf state, it will show you the resource details. See, under the resource section you can find the AWS underscore instance details, name of the resource and provider, ARN, AMI details as well. If you want to get more details about Terraform state file, you have to run Terraform show command. So if you observe here, it will show you the detailed information about your EC2 instance, AMI, ARN, availability zone, security group, like that. If you go to AWS Management Console, you can find the instance created by the Terraform. So here one instance is created, it is up and running. I recommend you to destroy your infrastructure once your practical is done. So by using the Terraform destroy, you can destroy your infrastructure. Terraform destroy auto approve. So what it will do is it will destroy your infrastructure. So my EC2 instance is destroyed completely. So if you go to the terraform.tf state file, under the resource section you can't find anything. You can check your AWS Management Console. If you refresh your console, so it will show you that Terraform instance was destroyed. If you observe our configuration file, we have defined access key and secret key, but it is not recommended way to provide the access key and secret key. So that's why you have to delete your access key and secret access key once you done your practicals. So let me go to IAM console. Let me click on users, choose Terraform user, go to security credentials. Here you can make inactive your access key ID, or else you can delete your access key ID. I am deleting my access key ID. It is the better to delete your access key ID once you done your practical. You have got an idea how to describe the resources. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.